How's it going, guys? Welcome to my second video on how to complete all the objectives in Kingdom Hearts Point 2, a Fragmentary Passage. This video will be covering objectives 26 through 51. If you missed it, I'll leave a link to my first video, which is 1 through 25. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of spoilers as far as boss battles and boss mechanics go, especially since some of the objectives require you to beat them in certain ways. So if you haven't, I suggest playing through the game at least once before watching this video. Also, some of the objectives require you to beat the game once before you can even attempt them. So we'll go ahead and get started with Objective 26. Objective 26 says defeat all of the Heartless in the room. The room it's referring to is the first mirror on the right when you enter the world within. There's nothing tricky about this room. All it is just going in. It's the first time you'll see water cores when you're playing through the game, but all you have to do is go in and defeat all the enemies, and you're done. Objective 27 is solve the mystery of the world within and win the battle. It's referring to the first mirror on your left when you enter the world within. You're going to go through the mirror and you're going to end up in this room with a bunch of candles. All you have to do is hit the candles to knock them out, and you'll see it starts making the room all dark. After the room goes all dark, a brief cutscene will play, and you're just going to have to go through and beat a bunch of Neo shadows and regular shadows. Again, nothing tricky about the room. All you have to do is just kill them, and you'll get the objective completed. Objective 28 is uncover the mystery of the world within and obtain the special item. When you walk in the world within, you want to go to the second mirror on the right, and it will lead you into this room with a bunch of treasure chests. Only one of these will give you a treasure. I'm not actually 100% sure if you don't open the right one, what happens. But it's this one right in front of the pillar to the left of the exit. Just get that, and there you go. It's the objective completed. Objective 29 is to gather all the gems that represent the 7 dwarfs. You want to go to the second mirror on your left, I believe it is, and you'll go through and find these white gems. The first one, as soon as you enter, just go straight ahead, and you'll see it right there. The next one is going to be next to the second mirror you see. It's just in this little wheelbarrow by all these barrels. The third one is straight ahead on that rock there. To get it, you actually want to make this platform that's going up and down. You just want to make it stop at its lowest point. To continue, you need to get it up pretty high, but to get this, just stop it down low, and there you go, easy to get. The fourth one is going to be as if you were to continue on like normal. Just jump up here to this narrow railway, and on your left hand side you're going to see a bunch of boxes. Just hit these boxes and it'll be right behind it. Now we're just going to stop with the gems for just a moment and go to objective 30, which is going to find this little hidden star here. What you want to do is, as these platforms are moving back and forth, you want to stop them so the gems line up to make a star. You don't have to be very accurate. As you can see, mine didn't look too great, but it still gave it to me. So anyway, continuing on with the gems. Going this way, you're going to come to this platform where you fight a bunch of Heartless. Immediately to your left, behind the barrels, is going to be number 5. This is actually the last one that I found. And on the right side of the same platform, you're going to see more barrels, and number 6 will be right above it. Number 7 is going to be in this area down here. What you're going to want to do is make the platform behind you disappear to be able to get over there. You can see it floating in the air. So you're going to press triangle on this mirror, and it's going to make that railway behind you start spinning around. What you want to do is actually make it stop spinning almost at the base of that broken pillar right there, right at the broken end. You can see right here I kind of messed it up a little, but you have a lot of leeway to fix it. So you can kind of see its shadow, and right when you see it kind of hit the end of the broken pillar, just make it stop, and there you go, you can get number 7. The next objective tells you to perform a spin during the fight with Phantom Aqua. A spin is this right here, the finish for Spellweaver. You can do this with any of the fights against Phantom Aqua. You'll encounter her 3 times throughout the story, and she's actually the last boss battle inside the mirror. If you're doing it on beginner, you definitely won't be able to do it during the first 2 battles, because she pretty much dies after 2 full combos, which isn't even enough to activate Spellweaver. The easiest place I found was to actually do it during the mirror battle. Unfortunately, I don't actually have any footage of it because I've only done it once, and I wasn't recording at the time. Now, the reason I say the mirror battle is the easiest, because right before her, you're gonna fight this demon tower. Now, you see, right at the end, I activate Spellweaver before killing the demon tower. And your Spellweaver will actually carry over into the battle against the Phantom Aqua. So all you have to do is get about 2.5 full combos to be able to activate the Spellweaver finish, and that will count towards the objective. Unfortunately, I just messed it up and couldn't do it, no matter how many times I tried. So this can actually be pretty tough to get if you're, me, but other people might not have such a hard time with it. But yeah, that's all you have to do, is perform a Spellweaver finish against any of the 4 battles with Phantom Aqua. The next objective is going to be defeat 3 Darksiders, which you find the Darksiders in the Forest of Thorns, I believe the area is called. You're gonna encounter 2 of them anyway, no matter what you do. You have to encounter them as you're playing through the story. The 3rd one is the only one you may not see. It's kind of out of the way, but not really. All you have to do to get to it is, see right here is the 2nd one. After you defeat the 2nd dark side, you're going to go up these rocks right here to progress. It wants you to go left and go higher. Just go down here, and hopefully your journey will be a lot less damaging than mine. I think I hit every single vine of thorns on the way to get to it. But yeah, all you have to do is kill him right there, and that will give you all 3 to count towards the objective. I'm gonna kind of skip objective 33, which is destroy 50 branches, because you're gonna do it anyway. Just destroy any of these, red with magic, green with just regular hits. The next objective is going to be find the flowers that represent flora, fauna, and Merryweather. The first one is going to be at a fork in the road after the first area with enemies. You want to go left, and it will be on your left-hand side after you kill some enemies. The next one is going to be the blue flower. You'll actually find this in the area where you fight the 2nd dark side. So you can go ahead, just kill him, get him out of the way. If you go behind him, you'll find a little pond with the blue flower. If you continue on normally, like you're supposed to, you'll come to this fork where if you go left, it's all green, and right, you're going to find a bunch of red and green vines. You want to go right, and on your left will be the red and final flower. Objective 35 is going to be to link with Mickey 5 times. What this means is to activate Wayfinder 5 times when you're with Mickey. Mickey is only with you in the very last world, so you can do that there when you're grinding, trying to get to level 80. You'll most likely do this. You just have to link. You don't have to perform the finisher at all for it to count. Just by hitting triangle when the Wayfinder thing pops up will give it to you. Objective 36 is to beat the very first demon tower in Castletown with the Spellweaver finish. Now, you can't actually get this on your first playthrough. This is me attempting it on a fresh playthrough, and it didn't actually give me the objective. So I had to do it on a continued playthrough where I linked a previous beaten game, and that gave it to me. Objective 37 is actually going to be find all the treasure chests in Castletown. Objectives 37, 39, 44, I think it is, and 48 are all find the treasure chests in certain areas. I'm not going to show you every single treasure chest. I guess if you guys want, I'll make a separate video showing where every chest is. But for the most part, the areas aren't very big, and there aren't a ton of chests. I will say you won't find all of them on your first playthrough, because one like this only appears after you've beaten the game, so you have to revisit areas to get all of them. Objective 38? Yes, 38 is Lingering Memories in Castletown. What you want to do is go to this area right here. You'll see a little blue slipper, and that will give you the objective. We're going to skip some of them and go right to the next Lingering Memory. So objective 40 is find the Lingering Memory from the world within. You just want to jump up here, and you'll actually see it on this pillar right here. So grab that, and it will give you the one for this area. Objective 45 is to find the Lingering Memory in the Forest of Thorns, which you're actually going to find right underneath the third and kind of hidden dark side, which I mentioned earlier in this video. It's right underneath them. So that's the Lingering Memory for this area. And the last one is going to be in the Depths of Darkness, the last world you'll come to. When you get to this area where you first encounter the 3 earth cores, just kind of turn around and you'll see this hole. Just jump straight down and you'll see this little pink heart, and that's the one for this area. Objective 41 is to defeat the third Aqua, the third Phantom Aqua, without taking any damage. This Aqua is the one where she's in Spellweaver the entire time, so you just have to beat her without taking damage. I suggest, well, you can do it on any difficulty. This is one I did on my second playthrough where I decided to go through on beginner and get the rest of the remaining objectives. It's not too hard. She doesn't have a whole bunch of health on beginner. You can, if you take even a little bit of damage, just let her kill you and then you can restart the battle instead of having to go all the way back to your previous save or something like that. So you don't have to do it on your first try, you can just keep trying and keep dying over and over again. I will tell you, if you're on beginner trying to get the trophy for not dying at all, don't do it on the same run, because you won't get it if you did what I did and constantly let her kill you to retry over and over again. The biggest thing is just learn her moveset, know when to do the cartwheel and when to do barrier, and you'll be all set. Objectives 42 and 43 are linked together. 43 is to find all the zodiac symbols, which are going to be in the treasure chests that spawn after you beat the game. So you either have to complete the game and go back through the worlds, or you can actually get them when you link your completed game to a new playthrough. So that will light up these symbols on the ground in the world within, and once you find all of them, this mirror appears. And 42 is to complete all the battles inside the mirror. There's going to be a total of 4. The first one is against the dark side. He doesn't do anything different than any of the other dark sides you fought in past Kingdom Hearts games. When you first get in there, don't even bother attacking him. Just focus on the ads. There's going to be 2 waves. One are going to be those fluttering things, the red umbrella bat things, and the second wave is going to be Neo Shadows. After you beat those, no other ads will spawn. It's just going to be a regular battle against a dark side. The second battle is going to be a bunch of enemies inside this pillar room. Again, the enemies don't do anything different. It's just going to be a lot of them. It can be pretty easy if you just kind of hide behind the pillars and spam magic. But overall, it's not too hard, especially if you use the magic that they're weak against. The next battle is going to be against my favorite thing in this game, the Demon Towers, which are going to be those, like, orgy of shadows. Again, it's not going to be any different from the other Demon Towers that you fought in the game. It's just another straightforward battle. If you're looking to get the objective for a spin during a fight with a Phantom Aqua, this is the Demon Tower that you're going to activate Spellweaver against right before that you defeat him. So this is going to be the third battle, which means the next battle is against Phantom Aqua. This Kingdom Hearts version of, like, the final hidden boss battle. The difference is you can actually do this on beginner. I did not know that. The first time I tried it on Proud mode and got my ass kicked quite a few times before finally beating it. But if you want, you can go through on Proud mode and do everything, and then do what I did, which was play through the game again on beginner to get all the boss-related objectives. So if you want, you can actually beat her on beginner, and it's much, much easier, obviously. The biggest things to look out for is this right here, when she does any red-related attack. You cannot block it, you can only dodge roll out of the way. It goes right through your barrier, and it will still do damage. And luckily, with the mirror battles, if you die, like, on Phantom Aqua, you don't have to restart all the battles over again. You can just retry right at her. Same thing with, like, the Demon Tower. If you die at the Demon Tower, you don't have to start all over. You can just retry starting at the Demon Tower. Now, the next objective, Objective 46? Yeah, 46, is going to be go down this slide without taking any damage. The slide that it's talking about is in the Forest of Thorns. Right after you come to this dark side that pounds the ground, you want to go down this way, and you just want to complete this without taking any damage. You're going to have to jump a total of 5 times. The first 4 are really easy to dodge. It projects it pretty far ahead. The only tricky one is this, the last one where 2 slam in a row, so you have to jump kind of late. But even if you jump too early, you can press X to attack to get over the last one. Objective 47 is to complete the Keeper of the Orb without taking any damage. The Keeper of the Orb refers to the last dark side that you fight in the Forest of Thorns. It's going to be this guy with the giant orb above his head. I don't know if it technically starts it as soon as these things start raining, or right here when his health bar appears, but I went about trying not to take any damage even when running up to him. The biggest hint I can give for him is to use things that keep you at a distance. So I always opened with my shot lock. When he did this, I stayed away, so I had plenty of time to react to the projectiles to use Reflect. The reason I say stay far away is because he does something no other dark side does, and you can tell it's coming when all the dark sides around him do this. Now when he does this, if you're standing close to him, you will take damage. So that kind of screwed me over a couple times. And then he'll do this thing where he projects lightning. They're pretty easy to dodge if you keep your distance. So yeah, just using your shot lock and using any, like fire, using your fire spell is actually super effective against him. And that makes the battle pretty easy to do, especially if you do it on a second playthrough on beginner. Objective 50 is defeat the Demon Tower with, while using Wayfinder's finish. So it's going to be the Demon Tower that you fight with Mickey. You want to make sure that you use the Wayfinder finish to kill it. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. Again, if you don't think you're going to get it, just let it kill you and then retry the battle. And it's pretty easy to get. The Wayfinder finish does a lot of damage, so even if it has almost a full health bar, on beginner you're probably going to kill it. Now, Objective 51 is complete the game on critical, which, you know, I've obviously done, right? Okay, no, I haven't. I've, you know, mostly been spending time playing this game on Proud, then twice on beginner to get everything else done. But yeah, 51, very straightforward, just beat the game on critical. Critical mode does not unlock until you've already beaten the game once. I don't know if it unlocks from beating it on beginner, but it definitely unlocks after beating it on Proud. It probably does from normal. But if past Kingdom Hearts games are anything to reference, you can't do it after beating it on beginner. So yeah, that is all 51 objectives. I'm pretty sure I covered all of them. If I missed one, except for the treasure chest, just let me know. If you guys want specific videos, like on how to beat a specific boss or something like that, I can always make one of those. So yeah, just leave a comment down below what you think, what you want, what you think I should do in the future, and I hope you guys have a good one.